Oh my God.
G.
G. Ay, nako. I can't wait. Gusto ko makita yung pagputok niya. Mas gusto ko yung ganung version ni Ibarra. Ikaw ang magsabi kay Padre Damaso mismo. Kausapin mo si Padre Damaso, Kapitan Tiago, Kapitan Basilio, Kapitan Tiago. Ang daming kapitan dito.
Ang inyong nais, hindi ko kayang gawin.
Wow,
Siento pa pa.
she stood up her ground.
Patawarin niyo
Dang.
ako.
Hey guys, the name is Jasper. And welcome back to another reaction video. Oras na para manood ng episode 50 ng Clara at Ibarra. And ngayon, ito na. Simulan na natin. Pero bago yun, if you still haven't subscribed, if bago ka dito, please leave a subscribe. I mean, not leave a subscribe, but more like click on the subscribe button right there. And, to keep updated when it comes to me uploading videos. I'm planning to do more than just doing reaction videos. I do like to talk about films in general. And I'm planning to do some kind of, video essays in the future featuring Filipino films. Pinag-isip ko pa yun. I'm still working on it. I'm just really, really busy. And, that thing is going to take a lot of time. But I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe and leave your comments so that, I can interact with all of you. And I love interacting with every person, Kasi I learn a lot of new things from you guys. So it's time again to read your comments. So I uploaded 2 videos yesterday, episode 44 and episode 45. At I know, grabe 50, no? Sabi ko 50. No, not episode 50. Episode 46. Grabe, advance naman ako. Okay. So, yeah. I'm going to read the comments from episodes 44 and 45. So, for episode 44, we got 4 comments. Okay, basahin natin ito lahat. Lakwacha TV wrote in, pagkakaalam ko po si Consolacion, kinahiyang kasamang asawa niya si Alfares. At si Victorina naman po ay nagpapanggap bilang taga-Europa kasi gusto niyang mag-asawa ng dayuhan. I'm not sure about kay Victorina, pero if that is the case, then that is the case. Kay Consolacion, kinahiya ba niya kasama yung Alfares? Alam ko they don't have like the best relationship. Pero si Consolacion parang kinahiya din niya na marunong siya mag-Tagalog eh, alam ko one time yata, nahuli yata siya nagtatagalog ng diretso tapos nagulat yung mga tao for some reason. Pero yeah, may nag-comment actually. Telma Buscanos wrote in, di ba may asawa na siya, si Dr. Guevara, pero hindi. Doktor, nagpapanggap ng doktor. Ang Dr. Guevara, yung kay Dr. Victorina, di ba? Guevara yung nagpapanggap na doktor. Siya yung nag-aral sa Europa yata. Hindi, siya yung puntong Europa at nagtrabaho sa ospital pero parang naging janitor lang yata siya eh. Naging janitor lang si Dr. Tama ba si Dr. Guevara yun? Naging janitor yung asawa ni Victorina. Naging janitor lang siya pero since nalaman ng mga tao na nagtatrabaho siya sa ospital, akala nila na doktor na siya. At ginamit niya yung pagka-doctor status niya even though hindi siya doktor sa probinsya and he was offering his services as very expensive services. So, yeah. I think si Consolacion talaga um, yung taong ayaw na ayaw sa salitang, sa wikang Tagalog. Alright, Melvin and Arnold Lim wrote in, pero sa montasyo ay si Fidel similarities. I'm not sure. Pansin ko daw yung damit nila na formal, parang pareho, pero isn't that like a common thing? I mean, you will see right now. You will see sometimes a person who will wear the same shoes as you, the same shirt. Pero yeah, or unless theory mo yan na si Piloso Montasio ay si Fidel. I don't know. I I just don't know. Okay, Piloso Montasio. Sorry, nako-confuse ko si Piloso Montasio kay ano, eh, kay Professor, eh. Pero, I don't know, tignan natin kung I mean, ah, we saw them together in one scene, so imposible naman na si Fidel ay ano, ay si Piloso Montasio. But if they have similarities, well, they have similarities pagdating sa pag-ibig, 'di ba? And yeah, thank you for writing that in, Melden. Nasulat naman ni EXO, Love EXO, Maria Clara, 4882. Ang seryoso ko na eh. Inatawa din ako sa react. Let's go. Lolo Fidel. Ano nangyari sa 4882?
cheese and biscuits.
Para sa
This is my peace offering.
Ah, sa Abangan. Yeah, kinilig ako doon. Cheese and biscuits. Peace offering. Yeah, I like that scene. Nakita ko. Thank you for writing that in EXO. And Love Love final wrote in. Okay, I'm assuming love, love. Okay, I'm just assuming May theory ako sa'yo, love, love. May theory ako sa'yo, love, love. I'm assuming that you're one of the people who are working behind the scenes sa Mana Clara Tibara. I'm just assuming. I'm just assuming if you are, if if you're a part of the film crew, then I really appreciate you being with us and watching my reaction. If ever I did some kind of work, I do like seeing reactions of people seeing my work. So ayun lang napapansin ko eh sa pattern ng mga comments mo. Eh. But Love Love wrote in. And by the way, if you're part of the film crew, you whatever you do, you guys are doing an amazing job with this show. And kudos to you, Love Love. Okay, Love Love wrote in. Well, yeah, you somehow did explain what. Oh, by the way, si Love Love din. Um, just in case lang na if you're trying to avoid spoilers sa show mismo. Yeah, sometimes she will post spoilers. Just a warning lang. So this I don't know. This might be a book spoiler or I don't know. You somehow did explain what Fidel will play in the series. You did say spoiler. What do you think? Pelosi Montasio role is a downgrade here with expressing love. Hmm. We all know Pelosi Montasio is way more cryptic and genius. That's true. Book describes him differently, or just development. You can also check the final episode we uploaded sa channel ko. Oh, when Clive returns and read the books. Oh, that's the final episode? Okay, you see guys, ingat lang sa mga spoilers Um, sa final channel, ito ba yung channel mo? I think, final episode. Ah, ito? Oh. You know what? I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised. Hindi ko ito papanoorin, okay? um, Thank you for giving me this knowledge. Ngayon natatempt na ako, pero no, hindi ko muna ito papanoorin. I just want to get surprised. Okay? So I'm assuming that you are apart from parang insider ka or something, or you're a part of the film crew. Pero you know what? Okay, let me answer your comment. If that's the case, then that's the case. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, ang theory ko about kay Fidel is that book spoiler, you guys, book spoiler. Kasi in the books, there's a good amount of time where it's just really impossible for Clyde to be with Ibarra and Maria Clara. So Clyde needs someone else to be with. Clyde needs a pillow. Clyde needs a shoulder to lean on. And who else can she relies on but Fidel? Diba? So that's my new theory of Fidel. Fidel exists in this world so that Clyde will need some kind of comfort during the end parts of No Limit Tangere mismo. So, hey, I got lucky with that. And I think no, I think Piloso Pontasio role isn't a downgrade. He's been cryptic and he's been a genius. During his other scenes, pero he doesn't have to be always like 100% na lagi siyang cryptic, 'di ba? When it comes to love, love is something that you feel. Love is an emotion. Love isn't scientific. So whenever you talk about love, you don't have to be like very cryptic about it. So I just like that scene with Piloso Pontasio sharing his impressions and opinions and story about love kay Fidel because it makes Piloso Pontasio more human. It makes Piloso Pontasio more relatable, right? So no, it's I think it's a downgrade, but it's like yeah, it's a huge character development for him. So yeah, thank you for writing that in. Love, love. All right, tapos na tayo sa episode 44. Now it's time to read episode 45. So there's more comments here. All right, Fruitberry wrote in. I see Clay parang little sister de Fidel. Yeah, I mean they're adorable together as you can say as siblings. But no, Clydel, they're not siblings. They don't look like siblings. I prefer them to be like magshota, magjowa. Ito nakita ko to eh. I think of writing that in Foodberry. Ito nakita ko to. Kaya natawa ako. Wait, nakakaloka. Napipick up ng Google Assistant ko. Pag kinokontrol mo yung lights mo, sumasagot siya. Yeah, sorry about that. Siguro naka-loudspeaker ka. Pero man, those were the days. Yeah. Kaya ano eh. Yeah, it happens to me sometimes. Thank you for writing that in fan art. Okay, Love Love wrote in again. Uy, fast ha. Kalma lang kay Tia Isabel. Naku. Ooh, I love Tia Isabel. Even though sometimes I hate her from time to time. But her her worrying about Maria Clara is justified. She knows more. Mas nakatanda siya. Alam niya yung mundo. And you can't blame her. I know isa siyang boomer. Isa siyang boomer kapag nandun siya if she's within our time. Pero, Tia Isabel is Tia Isabel. She just cares about Maria Clara. Alright. Bika O wrote in, nabulag na si Tia Isabel. Hindi na siya nababatid kung ano ang tama at ano ang mali. Um, kaya tiwalang-tiwala kay Father Damaso. So, you know what? Yeah. It's just, yeah, I mean, if I'm in Tia Isabel's shoes, just to survive, right? Just to survive in knowing the complexities of society around that time, man, I'll be Padre Damaso's butt liquor or ass liquor. Maging aso ako ni Padre Damaso just to survive, and it sucks, pero that is the case. Pero I'm not Tia Isabel, so I got my own way of handling that. Okay, next topic. Fidel, ano ba, ligawan mo na si Doña Isabel para maligawan mo na maayos si Clay. Pili ko takot pa si takot pa si, medyo natatakot pa si Fidel kay Doña Isabel eh. I mean, Doña Isabel, I mean, Tia Isabel is intimidating, to be honest. Kaya parang siya she's like the nanay of someone na niligawan mo nga, which feels like dread when it comes if you're going to approach her for the first time and stuff like that. Tama na yan, Clay. Mind over matter. Smile lang at patibayan ng puso isipan. Yeah, that's true. Patibayan lang ni Clay ang puso niya. And I'm happy that Clay is slowly realizing that, she cannot fight all of the battles that she has to face. Diba? Sometimes you just have to run away. Thank you for writing that in, Mikao. Jen Herman wrote in. One of the objectives of Mikai is to show the selective behavior of people and the effects it has in society. The tendency to favor the pre existing views and ignore contradictory information. The tendency to favor the pre existing views and ignore the contradictory information, reflected by Mang Adong in episode 44 and Tia Isabel. Sadly, the selective behavior is still prevalent in our time. Um, the selective behavior is being taken advantage by those in power, which is represented by the government. Yeah, that's true. Officials, the farriers, and the men in general, since we have a patriarchal society to control the woman. Sadly, yeah, that was the case. Go back to the lines of Captain Basilio and Mang Adong and the angels in order to force them to be submissive yeah, yeah, I mean, you're right. I didn't know na meron palang concept na ito mismo. Pero yeah, that's interesting. Um, I'm not I'm not great when it comes to psychology and stuff like that. And pero I mean that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing in this show. And I just simply find it fascinating. In fascinating in a bad way because it's it's in order to be successful in life and in order to achieve your dreams, it really depends on the environment that you grow up in, 'di ba? Pero at the same time, in order to not have those kinds of dreams, kailangan mo din i-censor yung mga ganong klaseng idea. Kaya nga, Maria Clara, when Clay and Clara talk about kung ano yung pangarap ni Maria Clara, she doesn't know about like the concept of pangarap at all. Ang pangarap lang niya ay just to be with Ibarra, which involves marrying a person. Gusto lang niya mag-asawa, that's it. And I'm assuming na 99% of the time, lahat ng mga kababayan during that time, pangarap lang nila ay magkaroon ng asawa at magkaroon ng anak, 'di ba? Because they were censored to the idea of being more than just wives to husbands, 'di ba? Good lesson for the viewer. I think good lesson for the viewer to be analyzing and discerning of. Yeah, that's true. By the way, there are theories that the love of Los Montasio is Clyde's grandmother. Um, I'm not sure about that because Piloso Potasio is, is fictional. Sometimes we do forget na Nonimi Tangere didn't happen in real life. Nonimi Tangere didn't happen in real life. So Clyde's grandmother, she's true because she exists in the real world, pero Piloso Potasio, no. Piloso Potasio is not a real person. Anyways, thank you for writing that in, Jen Herman. That very insightful. All right. Isunod naman ni Iggy Iggy. Plot twist. Okay, plot twist. Si Mr. Torres at Fidel Isa. Ito yung inaano ko kasi may nakitang picture na si Mr. Torres at si Fidel, they're wearing the same like kind of wardrobe. My argument to that is that magkasulat sila ng damit, they're the same person na? No. I just think na, hey, that kind of clothing, yung parang malatuksido pati may hat na ganun, that's just the common clothing. That's just the trend. So everybody else is wearing that, you know. It's good to assume na Mr. Torres, if he does exist within this world, isa siyang ilustrado kasi ganun siya magdamit. 'Di ba? Pero they're the same? No. I don't know. It will be a good plot twist though. It will be like really a really really good plot twist. I don't know how they're going to explain it, but that would be interesting. All right, Mars Ailey. Hello Mars, and welcome back. Maria defending Lai again sa isa pang demonyo ng San Diego. Twice na naligtas ni Maria ang buhay ni Clay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. In their first hug though, maramdam mo yung takot nila pareho. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually hindi ko nararamdaman yung takot. Pero now that you mentioned it, yeah, they like yung hug na yun, it's all about fear and them comforting each other. Um, it was a gesture of affirmation that they got each other's back. You know, I love that they're being comfortable now with each other. Yeah, yeah, that's true. God, hug is it's a very intimate thing. for white people, napapansin ko dito sa Amerika, hug is basically common, when you see someone, oh, hug, ganyan. Pero sa Pilipino, nagkakahiyaan pa, di ba? So, yeah, they will be needing each other more since napunta na tayo sa darker side of the story. Kinakaba, kinakabahan na ako. Hey, I'm sorry na kinakabahan ka na Mars, but that, it is what it is. Oh, man. Oh, hey, Google. Stop. Sorry, Fan Art Factory, ah. Tinawag ko ulit si Google. Um, hey, Google, turn off all alarms. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, and saan na ba tayo? And yeah, you're right about that, Mars. I'm just really happy seeing both of them hugging it out, after that very confrontational scene with Padre Damaso. And the Fed says, wow, super nice na ng closeness ni na Maria Clara at Clay. Pwede na i-cancel ni Maria Clara yung mga marites niyang BFF. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Um, we'll see. That it's we saw Maria Clara defending Clay one time and maybe a second time, diba? Pero so she's been already doing that. Pero one of the challenges here para sa mga characters dito ay, yung grupo ni Maria Clara mismo is accepting Clay as a person, diba? So we're going to see about that. Thank you for writing that in, Feds. And finally, Julius Christopher. This episode is a 10 out of 10 for the following reasons. Wow, 10 out of 10. And I said it in this episode that this is the perfect episode. It's not it's not within my top 5 episodes, but this is a perfect episode for me. All right, 1. Itinanim na nila sa puso ni Ibarra ang mga bomba na unti-unting lalaki at makapagsabog sa kanya, shaping his character na mapaghigante. You're right. Sa libro, we can see that kind of seeds, pero given this is a show and that we can see it, um, I just like those seeds na mga tinatanim mismo. Even during the earlier episodes, nakita na natin na si Ibarra mismo ay meron siyang, sometimes he just simply cannot control his temper. Kaya nagulat ako sa show na to na they are trying to approach that part of Ibarra way earlier than expected. Diba? Kasi in the books, it's a little bit different. Medyo late siya. Medyo late siya when it comes to showing through his darker sides. Pero in this show, we've been seeing it in earlier chapters if you compared it to the books. The power of scripts. Ibarra and Padre Damaso conversation is vital in a way that it will add emphasis to Ibarra's desire later into the story. Exactly, that's what I said in the episode itself. You know, and the next and there's a chance the next confrontation between Ibarra and Padre Damaso wouldn't be a very desirable one. Storytelling as its finest. That's true. Number 2, Mara Clara and Clay started their little secret. I like seeing that little secret. This is going to be the most exciting part. Yeah, pupunta na tayo sa exciting part, you guys. Pag nagsimula na si Maria Clara magbasa, magbabago na ang pananaw niya. That's true. That's true. Pero we still have to see. We still have to see. I'm still in the case na I said na Maria Clara's jealousy is going to be a decay within within Maria Clara's character. Kasi yung ideology ni Maria Clara is basically dalagang Pilipina, yeah. And now Clay showing up and her introducing to all of these new concepts, gaya ng feminism and equal rights and freedom. Then parang dahan-dahang nasisira yung identity identity ni Maria Clara, you know. Parang turns out lahat ng pinag-aralan ni Maria Clara sa kumbento, it turns out na that's like, um, it can be like really toxic to society and even to herself. Kaya I saw it as a decay. Pero again, it's going to be interesting to see how this how the scenes of, besties between Maria Clara at Clay is going to be significant pagdating sa character development ni Maria Clara mismo. Number three, ang paghahangad ni Ibarra na magtayo ng paaralan at ang pagsisimula ni Maria Clara sa kagustuhan magbasa ay pawang napapahiwatig ng paglaban sa kamangmangan. Ah, you know what? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good thing that you saw that connection. Hindi ko na-realize yun until you mentioned it. But yeah, you know what? You're right. You are 100% right. It's all about fighting ignorance. Diba? It's all about fighting ignorance. And ag- again, this show is just simply showing to all of us that education is really, really important. Like we should be thankful that we have access to free education. I mean, if um sa public school sa Pilipinas, ako hindi ako nagbayad ng mga tuition nung high school ako, clearly. I don't know if nag-aral ako sa Santa Elena High School sa Marikina. Hindi ko alam kung may tuition ba doon or ganun-ganon. Sa pagkakaalam ko, libre yung edukasyon doon. Pero nag-aral ako doon. Um, and if you have access to education, then you have to pursue it. Kasi education just can go a long way when it comes to you fully realizing what life really is. Education is simply this weird, interesting gateway to a lot of new things, right? It's like owning a car, diba? At least here in America, once na you own a car and you know how to drive, then it's a gateway to the entirety of America. You don't have to be stuck in one city, you know? If you decided to not learn how to drive, stuff like that, you'll be just stuck in one city, in one area, in one state. But if you're willing to expand, then you can do it if you have a car and if you can drive, diba? And yeah, and also number three, the number oh may dalawang number three. Okay. And the other number three, paggamit ng reference ng Les Miserables, what an irony to the story itself. Uh um yeah, that's true. That's true. That like the word Les Miserables, yeah, that's true. Los Miserables means yung the miserables, right? Yung mga taong miserable. And it's true when you think about it. Yeah. Given I think Les Miserables was written around the 1800s. It was around the same time when Noli Me Tangere, when Noli Me Tangere was written. I think it was within the same decade. Kakalam ko. When was Noli Me Tangere written? 1887. Okay. Les Miserables. Oh, let's see, 1862, 1887. So just a few years. It's crazy, diba? And yeah, um again, both stories, Les Miserables and Noli Me Tangere, it's just stories about miserable people and having to deal with government, having to deal with injustice, and they share a lot of elements with one another. And that's why I really love Les Miserables. Actually, pagdating sa dalawa, Les Miserables was my first love. And then Noli Me Tangere came, and then that became my new love. And then El Filibusterismo came, and El Filibusterismo is now way on top, like number one for me. And number four, ang paglalayag ni Clyde, their story will be epic for sure. Hey, thank you for using the right word, Clydel, not fillet, not filai, Clydel. That's the right way. Um, +1 point for using Clydel. Nagsimula na ang laban ng mga pangunahing tauhan tungo sa karunungan kung paano ito haanlangan ng mga buhaya. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see. And that is what only is all about: dark, intense, heartbreaking, sad but true. Yeah, yeah. On the on my reaction to, I think, to the trailer a few months ago, I think sinabi ko na, man, this story is dark. Like, it's really dark. Non may tanga na is dark. But El Filibusterismo is way darker. And sadly, all of us are going to experience all of it within the next few months, right? So that's my replies to all of your comments, and now it's time to watch episode 46.
Kailangan niyong alagaan ang inyong sarili. Su corazón, padre.
¿Qué quieres? Hayaan kong anak ng diablong yun na ipamukha sa akin na wala akong magagawa para pigilan siya sa paghahasik ng kabuktutan sa bayan na ito? No soy como tú, mahal na ko.
Ipagdadasal ko ang inyong pagtitimpi. Dating kura.
Y reza también por ti mismo por ser hipócrita. Ano itong nabalitaan ko kay Ibarra? Na nagbigay ka raw ng suporta sa kanyang eskwelahan.
Padre, paano ko naman mababantayan ang kanyang mga galaw kung hindi ko siya susuportahan? Kung magpapadala lang tayo sa ating galit at emosyon, hindi natin maaabot ang matiwasay na bayan na walang mga Ibarra.
Magkaiba talaga tayo. Su reverencia. Bueno, haz lo que quieras. At gagawin ko naman kung anong kailangan kong gawin para mawala sa bayan na ito isang Crisostomo Ibarra. Y sobre todo de la vida de Maria Clara.
Oh, si Kapitan Tiago na dyan na.
Opo,
May
Padre.
gantong darong.
Batid ko po ang tungkol kay Clay. Itiniligrama nga po sa akin na kinumkup po siya ng aking anak. Ngunit hindi ko po alam na yun na pala ang ginagawa ng babae yun sa aking anak.
Ang maliit na mistisang demonitang yan. Wala silang pinagkaiba ni Crisostomo. Nakakala mo kung sinong peninsular na magtatayo raw ng eskwelahan para sa lahat?
Reverencia, narito po ang periodiko. Inyo pong mababasa dyan na si Crisostomo Ibarra ay pinupuri po nila. Pinamagatan nga po ang artikulo na imitadle. Na siya'y isang sikat na pilantropo at nagbalik dito sa inang bayan para po magbigay-pugay sa tunay na tahanan ng siyensya at ng sining. Wala po kayong dapat igagalit, Padre. Puros papuri po ang ibinibigay sa kanyang eskwela.
Dapat man papurihan ang isang lalaking ganito na pinagsasalitaan ako ng kalapastanganan at idinamay pa niya ang simbahan. Mga salitang magmumula lamang sa bibig ng isang erehe, ng isang pilibustero.
Diyos mio, in serio? Nagawa po yun ni Crisostomo.
No deberías preocuparte, Tiago. Hindi ba't dapat kang mangamba, ha, Tiago? Sa kung ano mang kapahamakan maaaring dali ng Clay na yan at ni Crisostomo sa buhay ni Maria.
Hindi niya kilala si Clay.
Mabuti na lang at umuwi ka na rito sa San Diego. At para malaman mo ang lahat ng nangyayari.
Ayan niyo po, Padre. Aayusin ko po lahat to. Hindi ko po inakala na ganito na nangyayari. Perdóneme. Patawad po.
Patatawarin lamang kita kapag ginawa mo kung anong makabubuti kay Maria Clara. At kung susundin mo ang ipag-uutos ng sugo ng Diyos.
Hindi acuerdo, Padre. Masusunod po.
Que Dios te bendiga.
Di mo
maaari ka
fully
na
natago,
pumasok.
bro. Si Clay lang pala. Clay yarn.
Nabasa ko na ang unang 2 kabanata ng nobelang ito. Naiiyak pa rin ako sa kwento ni Khean Balkhean.
Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean. Ganon big kasi yung pangalan niya. Frances kasi siya. Kaya, Jean Valjean.
Jong,
Jean,
Jong,
Jean Valjean.
Baljong.
Hindi naman niya malalaman.
Basa ko doon dati,
Wait,
Jin Badjid.
nakakaawa nga siya, hindi ba?
Oo. Eh kasi nga kalalabas niya lang ng kulungan. Nagnanais naman siya magbagong buhay, kaya lang hindi siya hinahayaan ng lipunan.
Naiintindihan ko na ang kanya pinagdaraanan.
Oo nga na yung connection.
Tunay nga kaawa-awa siya. Ngunit natatakot ako. Ano kaya ang mangyayari sa kanya sa tuloy ng kwento?
Oh my God. Huwag mong spoil, Clay, ah. Kaya mo siyang basahin niya yan.
Spoiler.
Oh my God. Sabi ko sa'yo, huwag mong
Hindi
spoil eh.
nagtagal, natutunan niya rin ang kanyang kakayahang magpasya para sa kanyang sarili. Para sa kanyang ikauunlad at ikabubuti.
Ngunit nagbago ba ang kanyang buhay?
Yeah, huwag mo na spoil. Kaya mo na siyang basahin niya yan.
Malalaman mo lang yan pag tinapos mo ang novela.
Good, good. Dapat lang.
Salamat sa pagbabahagi nito sa akin.
Alin? Yan? Libro niya yan, senyorita.
Ang ibig ko sabihin ay kahanga-hanga ang iyong pagbabahagi ng malawak na kaalaman.
Ako, nalaman ko lang naman din yan kasi nga napanood ko sa mo. Kasi nabasa ko din.
Tama ka nga. Mas marami nga matututunan sa pagbabasa ng iba bukod sa pinapabasa sa amin sa bayataryo.
Correct.
Hindi puro santo na lang.
Clay, maaari bang tumito ka na lamang muna? Nais ko sanang ituloy pa ang pagbabasa. At ibig ko din sana pag-usapan natin ang bawat kabanata. Maaari ba?
G.
Gawa kayong reaction video ng Les Miserables.
G?
G. Yun yung sinasabi sa kaibigan. Go. Game. G.
Tunay ang magkaibigan na tayo.
Kaibigang tunay.
Ah.
Friends yarn.
Si, gusto ko. Yarn?
Naku, senyorita, ang bilis mo namang matuto. Nakuha mo na agad yung yarn.
Oh my God. G. Ay, nako.
Siya. Oh, handa na
Oh
ba
my
San
God.
Diego
Handa
na
na.
fiesta para sa akin?
Papa,
Napadalaw ka dito, Papa.
Isa ba yung babaeng kinupkup niyo?
si Papa. Siya ho ang aking mitokaya. Maaari niyo siyang tawagin Clay.
Parang familiar ka sa akin. Tila nakita na kita.
Nasa kusina siya dati.
Familiar ka sa akin. Tila nakita na kita.
Ano ba? Ano ginawa mo kay Padre? Hindi ka kasi nag-iingat.
Baka po nagkakamali lang kayo. Ikinagagalak ko po kayong makilala.
Maria, Isabel, sumunod kayo sa akin. May importante tayong pag-uusapan.
Sí. Vamos, Ian.
Oh my God. May dumagdag na naman na tao na ayaw kay Clay. Every time na may bagong friends si Clay, may madadagdagan na naman isa na ayaw sa kanya. Ano naman itong...
Kaloka, bakit parang galit siya sa akin?
Alay, kilala ka na sa buong bayan eh.
Binibigkas ng mga fraile na sila ay mga sugo ng Diyos. Kung gayon ay bakit hindi sila tumulong sa mga kapwa? Bagkos ay gumagawa sila ng mga kilos na taliwas sa imahe ng Diyos.
Karuwagan ang maniwala. Pagkabanal ay nabibilang ng bulag na pagsunod.
Hindi na ako natutuwa sa mga batang nasasaktan dahil nais lang nilang matuto at umunlad. Sa pagmamaliit sa akin, sa aking ama, sa ating mga hindi purong dugo, at maging sa mga taong walang dugong Kastila. Anak din tayo ng Diyos, Senyor. May sariling pag-iisip, pagkatao. Hindi totoong tayo ay mangmang at tagasunod lang sa iba. Na parang hayop. Na hinahatak lang ng isang tali.
Mag-iingat ka, Don Crisostomo.
Mag-iingat po saan, Katasyo.
Batay sa mga salitang namutawi sa inyo, pakiwari ko, Senyor, na ikaw ay tila isang bulkan na naghihintay na lamang sumabog anumang araw.
Mount Pinatubo
Kaya
yun.
mag-iingat ka, pagkat sa iyong pagsabog, maaaring masalanta ang buong bayang ito.
Ooh. Yep. I can't wait. Gusto ko makita yung pagputok niya. Mas gusto ko yung ganung version ni Ibarra.
Kung alam ko lang na masama ugali ng babaeng yun, ay dapat hindi ko na tinanggap na kumkupin niyo siya.
Huwag ako ang pagsabihan mo, Primo. Yang anak mo, dahil siyang nagpasya dahil sa awa.
Huwag na ho kayo magalit, Papa. Mali ho ang akala nila ukol kay Clay.
At saan ka natuto ng pagsagot na mapangahasa yung ama? Doon ba kay Clara?
Lo siento. Sinasabi ko lang ho kung ano ang aking pagtingin sa mga nangyayari.
May sinabi pa ang ninong mo tungkol kay Crisostomo at ang eskwelahan na pinatatayo niya. Hindi yun gusto ng mga fraile.
Yun din ho ba ang tingin niyo, Papa? Maganda ho ang hangarin ni Crisostomo.
Kahit ng maganda, kung ayaw ng dating kura at ng simbahan, hindi dapat to kinokontra. Kaya kausapin mo si Crisostomo na huwag na ituloy yung pagpapagawa ng eskwelahan.
Papa, hindi ko ho kaya umasakin ang pangarap at ang mabuting hangaran ni Crisostomo. Lalo na't sang-ayon ako sa kanya pangarap.
Mawawasak lahat ang mga pangarap natin kung hindi mo pipigilan si Crisostomo at lalong magagalit ang ninong mo. At baka hindi matuloy ang kasal nyo. Yun ba ang gusto mo mangyari, Maria Clara?
Ikaw ang magsabi kay Padre Damaso mismo. Kausapin mo si Padre Damaso, Kapitan Tiago, Kapitan Basilio, Kapitan Tiago. Ang daming kapitan dito.
Ngunit, Papa, bakit ho kailangan pang madamay ng relasyon namin ni Crisostomo?
Yung ay, pang blackmail na yan, bro.
At bakit kailangan humasakin ang kanya pangarap, lalo na't makakabuti naman ito para sa bayan?
Ito na nga ba kinatatakot ko eh. Sa tingin mo ba gusto ko na naiipit tayo? Tahana iya, pinakamamahal ko. Ako man, ayokong masira ang pangarap niyo ni Crisostomo na maging mag-asawa at mabuhay ng masaya at tahimik. Ngunit, Nais mo ba na dahil lamang sa isang ambisyon, ituring siyang isang pariya? Kaya, anak ko, makakatulong sa atin lahat kung pipigilan mo si Crisostomo. Sabihin mo sa kanya na bawiin niya lahat at huwag nang ituloy yung eskwelahan mo. Nang sa ganun ay hindi na magalit pa ang mga fraile. Clarita, naghihintay ako ng sagot mo.
Ibigay niyo na ho sa akin kung ano mong parusa. Taos puso kong tatanggapin. Ngunit ang inyong kagustuhan.
Wow.
Ang inyong nais, hindi ko kayang gawin.
Wow.
Lo siento, Papa.
She stood up her ground.
Patawarin niyo
Dang.
ako.
Nice job, Maria Clara.
Ano sinabi mo?
Wow.
Hindi ko kayang wasakin ang pangarap at ang mabuting hangarin ng aking nobyo.
Crazy.
Ikaw hawarak yun ng kanyang puso at hindi ko kayang wasakin ang puso niya, Papa. Hindi ko kaya. Patawarin niyo ako, Papa.
Ano ba nangyari sa'yo, anak? Ilang linggo lang tayo hindi nagkita. Naging matigas na yata ang ulo mo.
Lumalabas lang siya sa kulungan niya. Yun ang katotohanan.
Kung tatanggihan mo hiling ko sa'yo, hindi kita pipilitin. Pero hindi ako papayag dahil lamang kay Crisostomo na masisira ko ang mga pangarap ko para sa'yo.
Padre Mia, ngayon ko lang nakitang magalit ng ganyan ang papa mo.
Galit na ba yun? Parang hindi naman siya galit. Kung galit siya, wow, kalmado si Kapitan Tiago.
Ito kayo. O tara, mag-chismisan tayo. In fairness naman dito sa paandar ni Sir Fidel. Alam mong totoo yung cheese kasi medyo may amoy. Pero masarap. Nakakatanggal ng sama ng loob. I feel you.
Mas mainam pa nga. Marahil kung sa balang loob ang aking nararamdaman. Ngunit ito kaya. Batid kong tampalasan ng sawayin at sagutin ng gano'n ng aking papa. Ngunit tila yata nakakaramdam ako ng tuwa.
Oh, wow. Wow, na-realize na yun? I mean, oh, good for you then.
Sa unang pagkakataon sa buhay ko, nanindigan ako para sa aking sarili at para sa pagmamahalan naming dalawa ni Crisostomo. Ngunit, nakakahulugan ba na ako'y tinutubuan na rin ng sungay?
No, it's not about that.
Ako'y tumatangis na ikaw ay nakangiti pa rin dyan.
Kasi, kung iisipin mo, para ka nang si Jean Valjean. Unti-unti mo nang natututunan ang iyong kakayahang magdesisyon para sa sarili mo. Hindi sungay, Maria Clara, kundi pakpak ang tumutubo sa'yo.
Wow.
Na
Wow.
para bang gusto mo nang kumawala.
At kung nais din lumipad ng aking ihirog ng napakataas hindi ko siya mapipigilan.
Naman.
Parang nadudula yata
At
ako.
ikakampay ko mga pakpak ko para samahan siya. Para pag natupad na yung pangarap niya, na para din naman sa nakararami, sisiguraduhin kong nandun ako para pumalakpak ng napakalakas. Hindi basta-bastang lalaki si Sir Ibarra. Hindi siya nananakit ng babae, ng kapwa, Kahit matalino at mayaman siya, hindi siya nabubuhay lang para sa sarili niya. Yung mga lalaki sa amin, kaldag ng kaldag para lang dumami ang likes at followers. Pero iba si Sir Ibarra. Dahil ang meron siya, puso para sa mga bata. Puso para sa mga inaapi. Napakalaki talaga ng puso niya. Kaya hindi nakakapagtakang pusuan din siya ng iba.
May sasabihin ako about sa sinabi ni Clyde
Pasensya na,
dyan. Mamaya,
senyorita.
kung maalala ko.
Kung ano-ano na naman ang sinasabi ko, ang tabil ko na naman. Baka hindi nyo na naman naintindihan ng iba kong mga...
Hindi. Hindi, Clay. Higit na naunawaan ko na.
O, halika na. Subukan na natin tong cheese ni Sir Fidel.
Bueno, Senyor Ibarra. Ahora mismo ay sisimulan na namin ang pagpapatayo ng eskwela. Muchas gracias.
Senyor Ibarra, si Kapitan Tiago po.
Oh my God.
Adios.
Adios,
Don
Senyor.
Crisostomo.
Umuwi ka na, Kapitan Tiago.
Kapitan Don Tiago, kailan pa ho kayo nakarating? Maupo ho kayo.
Hindi na kailangan.
Kung inyong mamarapatin ay utusan ko na si mga dong na ihanda kayo ng makakain.
Naparito ako para pag-usapan natin ang kinabukasan ng aking anak. Tapatin mo ko, iho. Gaano mo kamahal ang aking anak?
Oh my God.
Ano ba ang
siya.
kaya mong isakripisyo para makasama mo ang iyong pinakamamahal sa buhay?
Wow.
Crisostomo Ibarra.
An offer you can't refuse there. Dang, Kapitan Tiago. I haven't seen that side of you yet.
Araw-araw ko pong hinahangad na mapabuti ang aking sarili. Nang sa gayon ay mapabuti ko rin ang buhay ng ibang tao, pati na si Maria Clara. Handa ko pong ibigay ang aking buhay para sa bayang ito, Tio.
Para sa bayan? At hindi para sa aking anak?
Ngunit papaano po kung yun ang nais kong ihandog sa kanila? Sa aking iniirog, para sa aking magiging anak. Isang bayan na may kasarinlan, na pamumugaran ng pagmamahal at pagkakapantay-pantay.
Nais mong matupad yan sa pakikipaglaban mo sa simbahan sa pamamagitan ng iyong eskwelahan?
Mawalang galang na po, Senyor. Ngunit kayo po ba ay pinagutusan ni Padre Damaso upang kumbinsihin ako dito?
Nais ko lang na mag-ingat ka kayo. Ayoko ng gulo. Magiging maayos ang lahat, kayo ng anak ko. For Diyos por Santo, buhay natin lahat. Kung hindi ka susuway sa pinagugutos ni Padre Damaso.
Kahit nang gusto nila ay maging mangmang at walang kalaban-laban ng mga tao dito sa San Diego?
Huwag mo akong ipitin, Crisostomo. Kaysa mawalay sa iyo si Maria Clara na pareho nating minamahal. At bakit ba pinagkakaabalahan mong gawin ito sa mga batang Indio? Ikamamatay ba nila kung hindi sila makapag-aral, magbasa at magsulat? Mabubuhay pa rin sila at mamamatay kahit nakapag-aral, katulad mo. Ano pinagkaiba nun? Wala.
Ngunit, Tio...
Batid kong takot ang mga fraile na makapag-aral ng mga Indio dahil sila'y mag-aaklas at magre-revolusyon at magagalit sa'yo. Kaya't hanggat nagmamatigas ka, lalong lalaki ang ngit-ngit nila sa'yo. At kapag nagalit sila sa'yo, kaya paano ko kayo pakakasal ng aking anak? Batid mo namang ng katayuan nating tinatamasa ngayon ay nakasalalay lamang sa kagustuhan ng fraile o hindi. Kaya pag-isipan mo yung sinabi ko sa'yo. Kung totoo mong mahal ang aking anak, At kung gusto mo matuloy ang kasal ninyo.
Ikaw marahil ay isang masamang tao tulad ng ina mo na dapat nagdisiplina sa'yo.
Senyora, huwag niyo pong itadamay ang nanay ko sa usapan na to.
Ngayon ko lang aaminin na may lihim na pagtingin si Clara kay Crisostomo.
Abay, dapat lamang na mawala na sa inyong bakura ng ahas na iyon bago pa tuluyang manaklaw. Gawin mo ang nararapat. Palayasin mo ang babaeng iyon.
Makikita mo, Fidel. Balang araw ay mawawari nila ang magandang layunin ko.
Natakot ako. Ang magandang plano mo ang siya magpapahamak sa'yo.
Tila kinukonsinti ng iyong reverensya ang masamang hangarin ng Indio na iyon.
Hindi ako makapaghintay na dumalo sa pasinaya ni Crisostomo.
Okay. Overall, it's a very good episode. It's a very good episode. Um, a lot of fun things, a lot of dramatic things. But you know what? Let's discuss this episode right here. Easily my favorite scene here is this scene. Grabe lang. This guy gets it. Kapitan Tiago gets the status quo of this environment. Kasi he knows the bigger picture, diba? Now you might confuse me that I might be saying that I'm with Team Kapitan Tiago, diba? Kasi clearly I'm with Ibarra all the way through. You know. Pero even though there's differences between Cly's Cly's ideology sa ideology ni Maria Clara pati kay Ibarra, the three of them are still sharing the same kind of overarching mindset, which is it's all about simply expanding. It's all about simply just expanding knowledge. Like it's all about seeing more than just the status quo, diba? It feels like they're trying to break this status quo na talagang has been plaguing San Diego for a long time. Or if not San Diego, yung Pilipinas mismo. Diba? Itong tatlo na to, yung dalawang Maria Clara, pati si Ibarra, they are all, I mean, they are all treading dangerous waters. And it's this constant battle that we're seeing between this young generation sa Storya ni Mitangre and this older generation na, you know, when you think about it, it's all about conservativeness and progressiveness. It's a battle between those kinds of way of thinking. One, sa side ni Kapitan Tiago, it makes sense. Diba? It makes sense. Kapitan Tiago went to Ibarra's place to make Ibarra realize of the dangerous waters that they are trying to tread, diba? Especially when Ibarra is doing all of this stuff while holding Maria Clara's hands. And yet, again, I can't blame Kapitan Tiago for saying that way, for having that kind of mindset. Diba? Kasi Kapitan Tiago is, you know, as leaker siya ni Padre Damaso. And, you know, if you're in Padre Damaso's shoes, if you want to retain this power na hawak mo sa Pilipinas for 300 years, then it's better way to, if you want to retain that kind of power, you want to keep the Filipino people as your pets, as your sheep, 'di ba? Instead of just letting Filipinos run around the country free, 'di ba? Kasi basically, itong ginagawa ni Ibarra, it's a huge threat to his power. I've been saying that since the earlier episodes na kaya ayaw ng mga pare yung mga ganito kasi gusto ng pare ay meron silang closed walled garden sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? One analogy that I can think about is that yung mga Hapon, yung mga Hapon for the longest time parang naging isang hermit kingdom kung saan sinara nila yung borders nila sa outside countries, 'di ba? Yeah, when the 1800s came, I think it was around the 1800s at nagpakita yung mga Amerikano, kung hindi Amerikano, mga Europeans yata, nagpakita sa Japan, laking gulat ng mga Hapon sa might ng technology ng Westerners mismo. You know, yung mga Hapon, espada pa rin ang ginagamit nila, and then suddenly they were introduced to gunpowder. It's the same thing that's been happening here. It feels like Padre Damaso seeing this school as the gunpowder na kinakatakutan mismo ni Padre Damaso. Padre Damaso is just trying to protect his his power, 'di ba? Kasi at the same time he's also going to protect he's just trying to protect himself kasi once people from that school realizes the atrocities of the parish priests, the Catholic Church, then there's a huge chance na pwede silang patayin, yung mga ganun mga rebelde, which is, tama si Padre Damaso about doon. Pero it's a situation that they put themselves, 'di ba? Sila din ang dahilan kung ba't sila natatakot. Alam ng mga pare na masama ang ginagawa nila. Yeah, they're just trying to find ways to avoid from that happening. And there's a lot of politicking talaga na nangyayari dito. Pero it's within the higher class and the parish priest sa mundo mismo ng Noli Me Tangere. And I like seeing, as much as I hate the idea na nasisira yung friendship ni Clay, pati pwede masira yung friendship ni Clay, pati ni Maria Clara, dahil kay Kapitan Tiago, you know, Kapitan Tiago is here to serve a purpose, and it's basically just to put Ibarra on another level kung saan papalapit siya sa pagputok mismo ng character niya bilang isang bulkan, gaya nga nasabi ni Kapitan na hindi, sino yun? Ni Piloso Pontasio, 'di ba? But at the same time, Kapitan Tiago's appearance in San Diego is a big thing because we were now able to see Maria Clara defying Kapitan Tiago's wishes, which was something that I wasn't expecting. Akala ko magpapaano ulit siya sa utos ng kanyang tatay, pero she rebelled. While Maria Clara is still this person na madasalin at makajos, in some way, she never sees the school na pinapatay ni Ibarra as a threat to um, to this religious status kung saan meron yung Pilipinas back in the day. Pero building up a school is like a web. It's like Ibarra is trying to build a web. There's a lot of strands, and all of those strands are like interconnected within each other, and it's simply, it's like opening a can of worms, diba? It's a lot more complicated than sa paningin ni Ibarra na sa paningin ni Ibarra na is just all about educating people, diba? Pero at the same time, Ibarra is planting the seeds of education, and education is like, just like I said earlier, yata sa comment replies na education is a gateway to many things. And sa Padre Damaso is right na it can also be a gateway to violence. Can also be a gateway to the downfall of the Catholic Church, and it can also be a gateway to his own downfall, diba? Pero it's just nakikita niyo yung complex, yung ano, when you think more about it, this story is very complex. There's no This is not just like the peak of an iceberg. When you look at the iceberg sa ilalim ng tubig, the story is way bigger. The conflict is way bigger than we thought. We just really need to think about the situation here, kung bakit school is such a big deal, 'di ba? I mean, education, just like I said, is a gateway to many things, and because of Kalai's education, at naipapasa niyo yun kay Maria Clara, and then we see Maria Clara um not giving not not giving way to Kapitan Tiago's wishes, 'di ba? Which sees as something na, again, very dangerous sa paningin ni Kapitan Tiago at ni Tia Isabel. Kasi that's something na even Padre Damaso doesn't want to see. Padre Damaso just wanted her Maria Clara to be conservative. But now, slowly, she's progressing in a pace na even Padre Damaso cannot catch up with her. So I find that very intriguing. It's just crazy na, Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo is my favorite narrative of all time. Mainly because um one, the message that Jose Rizal was trying to spread, um when it comes to um waking up people kung ano yung status quo ng Pilipinas. Kaya nga yung mga kaya nga yung gobyerno mismo ng Espanya saw this thing as a threat, yung No Limit Tangere mismo ni Jose Rizal. Kung kay Ibarra ay yung eskwelahan, kay Ibarra ay yung No Limit Tangere. Kasi it's just crazy. It's like when Rizal was writing this one, he was already predicting the outcomes of him writing No Limit Tangere, 'di ba? Kaya nga people compare Ibarra with Jose Rizal because both of them kinda has the same story. During the late days of Jose Rizal, it mirrors the days of Ibarra right here. The conflict with the school mirroring the story, the novel of Noli Me Tangere itself. Kung dito, takot yung mga pare dito sa potential ng school when it comes to education, and then yung pagre-rebelde, the Spanish government saw Noli Me Tangere as a threat na baka din magrebelde yung mga tao, 'di ba? In which na, it actually, the Noli Me Tangere actually inspired um other people who were able to read the books, 'di ba? Andres Bonifacio there was this misconception na hindi marunong magbasa si Andres Bonifacio, pero Andres Bonifacio can read. Andres Bonifacio was able to read that book, and it inspired him. And this mysterious friendship um between Elias and Crisostomo Ibarra, we can see that through this chemistry between Jose Rizal and Andres Bonifacio. There's just a lot of connection to it, and I find it like really fascinating how Rizal was basically written his own life story in this novel itself. Yung connection between Rizal and Ibarra is not just about them being ilustrados, pero it's more about like their goals para sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? It's all about education and stuff like that. Pero what this show made me realize is that when I was reading the books, hindi ko na-realize yung importance ng education sa story. Pero now since I'm watching this show, nakikita ko na talaga, education is like really really significant, and education has been the driving force to push the story forward. And I simply find that like fascinating. Like maybe if you give me some time to think more about this show, and maybe give me like maybe a month to write an essay about the show itself, then there's a lot of things to talk about, diba? There's a lot of angles to talk about. But other than that, I also like this scene. I'm a big fan of Les Miserables. Kung nakita niyo yung reaction ko sa episode 45 yata, nagulat ako na nilabas ni Clay yung libro mismo na Les Miserables, kasi Les Miserables was like my first love when it comes to very old stories. And then, No Limitahan came, and then El Filibusterismo came. Pero just the two of them talking about Les Miserables feels like I'm a part of that conversation, kasi I can relate with Clay was saying to Maria Clara. Parang it feels like we just got out of the movie and we're just talking about what's the real message behind Les Miserables, diba? And you guys, if you guys haven't watched Les Miserables, I recommend you guys watching um the musical starring Hugh Jackman. It's amazing. It's 3 hours, but it's it's a it's a treat. I've seen it in the movie twice with my friends and with my dad. My entire family loves it. Sometimes I would just sing songs, and then my brother will come in and just sing with me. Actually, favorite character sa Remy Sarab si nalimutan ko, yung master of the house. Yung may-ari ng motel. Master of the house. It. Oh God, I need to watch that thing again. Pero again, what I love about this scene is that finally we are able to see Clyde's um just Clyde's knowledge about this stuff right here. Nakikita mo talaga yung insight niya about freedom and stuff like that. Yung sinabi ni Clyde na si Jean Valjean ay it's all about Jean Valjean na who's trying to be free pero ayaw lang ng society. It's like society is just keeping him from being free. It mirrors Maria Clara's story right now. She's just a bird who's trying to get out of her cage, but society is trying to keep her in. So Maria Clara and Jean Valjean shares this kind of story thread na again the writers are very good at handling. If you told me na, if tinanong mo ako na may nakita bang connection between sa character ni Maria Clara pati ni Jean Valjean, hindi ko maiisip yun. Pero now the writers mention it, then it makes sense. And then giving that line to Clay shows na, Clay knows what she is talking about when she says na though this world, this no limitang hero world needs feminism, needs that kind of freedom, that kind of equal rights. Kasi at least on this scene, nakikita natin si Clay spreading that message na hindi siya nagagalit, na hindi niya kailangan ina-announce, na hindi niya kailangang like she's trying to prove a point. She's just saying it from within her heart. Kung ano yung tunay na message ng Les Miserables mismo. Diba? Again, the writing here has been great as always. But you know that, you know what? I'm just going to leave it right here. I still have to go to school actually. Ano oras na ba? 5:23. So magdadrive ako mga 7. Kakain pa ako and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my reaction to this episode. What do you guys think? And hey, if you want me to reply to your comments, just leave a comment right here, and I'm going to reply to them tomorrow. And if you guys still haven't subscribed yet, just subscribe to my channel. And if you guys to follow me on other social media websites, you guys can follow me at Instagram at Jasper Abibas. And yeah, that's it. See you guys in the comment section. See you guys around and take care. You guys. God bless.